Hi, everyone. I want to start out by saying thanks to our Middle States team for facilitating today. We really appreciate it, and we really appreciate the fact that you're filling out our surveys to help us through that Middle States process. And a shout out to both Jeff Ruman and Emily Wright for being our internal coordinators. So today, this is my first non-Genesis screencast, and we're going to look at data together. And it's going to be focused around, guess what, student choices. So back in September, Pete shared with us our school goal, which is SBHS will take its first step into reflecting on mindset about student equity by analyzing data, by reviewing research-based strategies, and by engaging in open dialogue. So today we're going to focus on analyzing data and engaging in open dialogue. That means today's objective is to analyze data that reflects on students' choices. All right, so here's a pack of numbers. Some are red and some are blue, but they really are our enrollment data, and they're going to be in red by ethnic groups. And the blue numbers are actually numbers of students in our subgroups. And I'm going to show you some charts. This is our enrollment for the high school, 2,949 students. So you can easily see the percentage for each ethnic group. It's on the right over here. So 54% Asian, 8.7 Black, 7.8 Hispanic, 27.3 white. Now, the multi-category is students who have multi-races. And the number didn't fit there, but it's 2%, and the number is 64 students would fit in that category. And then there's an other category, and that's because if you look at the bottom of the screen there where it says other Hawaiian 0.1 and American Indian 0.1, that actually represents 3 students in each of those categories. So in order for me to blow up the chart for you to even see that tiny little slice, I combine those 2 numbers, so that's other. But that's what it means. So if you see other, when we start looking at the data charts, it's going to mean either it's Hawaiian or American Indian. And actually some of the charts might say AI, but that means American Indian. And I just gave you that male to female ratio here. It's 53% to 47%. So, it's fairly even. As we move on, these are our subgroups. There's 742 students, or 22% of our population falls into our subgroups that are listed below here. So it's 348. The FRL means free and reduced lunch. 318 students with active IEPs, 40 who have 504s, and 36 kids in ESL. Now in the past, we've looked at PARCC data and AP data. So today, we're not doing any of that. We're going to look at student choices. So we're going to look at data, which is the ethnic data and the subgroup data for athletics, electives. So we're not looking at graduation requirements. So when you see, a course like English, there's going to be very few electives to pick from. So we're going to see electives by department. Now I say we're not looking at graduation requirements. I did make a chart of 21st century courses because I thought it'd be interesting to see, even though that's a graduation requirement, we're going to look at, if you choose to, what those students are choosing, which 21st century course are they choosing. And I also have HAP data. That's what's happening means. See what I do with that? All right. Going to circle back to the first slide, or the second slide, where I talked about when Peter talked about our goal, and I said that we were going to analyze data and engage in open dialogue, which we're going to do. And then I want you to try to look through it through the equity or access lens as you do that, to connect those. We're going to look at data. So we're going to look at athletics together, and then you're going to have 15 minutes in your small groups to analyze that data. And then you're going to get opportunities to look at 2 other data sets. This is the form I'd like you to use. So it's on paper in your classrooms, and it is also online in #main. So choice, online or paper. I'd like you to fill out one, whether it's an individual one or a group one or both. I would just like to, look at your data. So we're going to look at the chart. This is the one I want everyone to look at first, athletics. So I want to show you how to read the chart, and I want to show you some things on the chart before you actually, get going here. So here's, again, athletics, fall 2018. So it's listed by sport, gymnastics, volleyball, tennis, all the way down. This is girls' tennis, by the way. Girls are in the fall, boys are in the spring. And if you look at this, on the left side of the chart are the ethnic totals or enrollment. And on the right side of the chart over here, that's our subgroups. So if I look at, for example, Asian, and I go down the list here, and I go to totals, I can see 328 Asians participated in sports out of a total of, if I look over here, 605. So underneath the total column is percent to total. So it says 54%. That means 328 divided by 605, times 100, is 54, and that's your percentage. Now, if I look all the way over here to the right, and this is just a little legend, and I only put it on this slide, but when you turn over the physical form in the classroom of the geometric form, on the back is this data if you wanted to refer back to it, which is our student enrollment. So if I look at this and say, hey, okay, so 54% of Asian students participated in fall athletics. Wow, that matches our school enrollment. But remember, that's a total. Because if I look at marching band and I see that, wow, there's 128 Asian students, I would have to divide that by 605 to get the percentage. So then I would say, Alexa, what is 128 divided by 605?
128 divided by 605 rounds to 0.212.
Okay, so that would be 21% for marching band in this one category. So I just wanted you to remember that this is a total. 54% is a total. So you would have to do that for each category if that's what you were looking for. So what you're going to do is you're going to have 15 minutes to look at this data. You don't have to fill out anything till the end or however you want to do it. I just want to show you all the choices you have. So everyone's going to look at athletics, and then you're going to pick 2 other data sets. So I'm just going to show you what other charts I have for you to look at. So again, athletics is first. 21st century. Now this slide might look a little nutty because it's so big, but I wanted to get all the courses, all 15 on one page. So again, you're going to have these data sets on paper or online because I'm dropping them into the Google Classroom as well. So you can look at these however, both ways, whichever way you want to in your groups. So 21st century courses. We have art and family consumer science. I combined art and foods. And just I wanted to tell you that the freshman visual art option 2 is a course that, as you know, freshmen must take a HAP, but freshmen are allowed to through teacher recommendation, sign up for a course like this. So freshman visual art option 2, and you'll see that on the next slide when I get to music, that they also have courses like this. So I just want you to let you know what that is and why I put that in pink. So here's music, another choice. Again, they have 4 options for that HAP. Now remember also the HAP is for credits. It's not a HAP with no credits. So it actually is a course that has credits assigned to it. So that's music. HAPs, which you just talked about. Remember, 9th grade is not there because they have to take a HAP. Science and 1 math class. Okay, Jamie, why 1 math class? Well, because that's what Anna said. Because 1 math class, because there's so many graduation requirements associated with math and so many different maths that are available to students to take to satisfy the graduation requirement. This math class doesn't. It's actually a choice. You can choose to take Intro to Stats along with these other science classes. Business. We have social studies. English. technology. And just for technology, I put in parentheses here, VTM broadcast, that's the name of the course, that's the announcements in the morning. And then the other course, studio production, making the grade, is when they make the videos for the district. World language, pick these two because again, they're not graduation requirements. These are students choosing this beyond what is required of them. Okay, so now we're going to review. Oh, before we review, you're going to pick a countdown timer. So I have some choices. They're all YouTube links, so you can project these because we're going to, keep you on the 15 minutes. So let's check for understanding. Now, when you're making screencasts at home, these guys are the only. This is my audience right now, so they're not really helping me. So you're going to get in groups of 3 or 4. You're going to review and analyze data, first from athletics for 15 minutes, and then you're going to choose 2 additional data sets to review with your group. You're going to fill out the geometric form, whether it's online or paper, or the facilitators will collect them if they're paper. If not, you can fill it out online. And the geometric form, the data sets, and the online countdown timer are all available in #main. And for those of you who are not in there, this is the code, HBWU66. Okay? Okay, well, enjoy analyzing your data, and thanks so much. I probably will be stopping in. Okay, all right, bye.